Hello, this is Jessy from So and Sew Plushies, and this video will be about commissions, pricing, and how to do it, and we're going to give you an example. So here we go.
Okay, so for this example, we're going to be pretending that someone has commissioned me for Lucy Heartphilia from Fairy Tale. So someone sends me an email and says, hey, can you make me Lucy from Fairy Tale? The first thing I do is hopefully they'll have sent me a picture because I'll Google her, and as you can see, Lucy has many different outfits, hairstyles, accessories, so I would want to know exactly what you want. So the best way to do that is send me a picture of exactly what you want me to reference. So I'm going to use this picture, and I'm just going to copy it real quick. And I'm going to put it into my spreadsheet so that I can reference her right away. Okay, so this person has commissioned me for Lucy and sent me this picture. So I'm going to go ahead and make the quote. Let me move this over so you can see. Alright, so first thing I start off with is the standard body. She has a white flesh tone, can't spell, exposed skin. This means that I will airbrush her arms, her upper legs, and her face, whatever skin is showing. Next I'm going to look at her boots, and they're kind of skin tight, so I think I might paint those. So painted black boots. She has a blue pleated skirt, which I would make out of felt. So felt skirt, felt shirt, felt belt, and then I will look at her felt hair bow. She's going to have standard eyes. Standard So and Sew eyes are just two black eyes with little white light dots. So that's her basically. I would also look at this. Oh, she's got a fairy tale tattoo. And a wrist felt. I guess it's called a bracelet. Can't really see her other arm, so this is when I would pull up more pictures of her to see if she has something on her other arm, which I don't think she does. No. Okay. Felt bracelet, and then she's got a whip. And her not gold, celestial keys. Alright, so then I would go through and price everything. Bodies start at $20. White flesh tone, if I airbrush the flesh tone, it's $5. If I have to paint a flesh tone, it's $10, because it takes me longer. Painted black boots, $1. Felt skirt, anything from the outfit is going to start at $20, so I'm just going to do this one $20, so therefore I don't charge for the shirt or the belt. Hair is $10. Her hair bow is $1. Standard eyes I don't charge for. Fairy tale tattoo is $1. I have to draw it out very carefully, very tiny. Felt bracelet I'm not going to charge for. Now these two items I would consider to be optional, but I don't know that at this point, so I'm going to say if I had to make the whip is probably going to be $5. Most accessories are usually $5 to $10. And the keys, I could probably buy small tiny keys, so I'm going to say $5 for those as well. because I would probably paint them and alter them, but have the metal key as a base. Oops. Total, I would add this all up, $68, and I would mark these in yellow because I don't know if they want that, so I do a little key over here. Optional. Alright, and then I think down here I've got shipping. Shipping is generally like $6 for priority. And then for the grand total, so the total cost would be $74.45. So then I would copy this and send it to you via email, and you would tell me, hey, I don't really want her whip, or I don't really need her keys, or any other additions or subtractions that you would want to add. If you wanted a different outfit, you'd have to tell me that, give me a picture. So let's say you come back and say, I don't really want her whip, and you don't have to do her keys. So if we were to get rid of those, the price would drop to $64.45. Okay? So after the quote's made, I would go to Etsy, and I will make you a custom quote, a custom listing for your plushie. And we'll talk about that more coming up.
Okay, so you just saw the example of how I would price out Lucy Heartphilia from Fairy Tale. She's got some different options that you can add or subtract, so I hope that gave you an idea. At this point, I'm going to go through my commission information. Some of it's old, some of it's new, and I just want to talk to you face-to-face about how commissions work. So, like I said, send me a reference picture, the picture that you want me to reference. That's so key. So many anime characters or other characters have many different outfits, so I would want to know exactly what you want. If you don't have a picture, I would want a full description. So once you get me that, and the quickest way to contact me is through my Etsy store. I am available on all social media as well. However, I get email notifications from Etsy, as well as I check Etsy all the time. And it kind of keeps it all neat and together for me, because then I can make you a quote, I can make you the listing, and it's all right there. But you can contact me whichever way is easiest for you. But the quickest way is through Etsy. I'll create the custom quote for you. I'll send it to you with any questions that I have if I need clarification. You'll tell me if there's any additions or subtractions that will affect the price. And this could happen a couple times. There's no set limit to how many times you can adjust the quote. I'll calculate the final price, and you'll confirm it with me, and once that's final, I will create a custom Etsy listing for you. It'll have your character's name, and so it'll be yours alone, a private listing. At your convenience, you may purchase the SD listing. Now, I must make a note, the commission will not be considered final until the purchase is made. It's your responsibility to follow through. Unfortunately, I cannot save your spot in the queue until the purchase has been completed. I wish this wasn't the case, but I've been burned a couple times, and it seems like this is a lesson I continually need to learn. So at this point, if you've given me your final quote and I make you a listing and you don't buy it, it's not a commission. And that I would hope that you would buy the commission, because it costs me money to make a listing. So when people, it's not a lot of money, but still, if you're not sure, just let me know and I won't create the listing. If you need more time to think, once I create the listing, I would hope that you would purchase your commission promptly. Okay, your commission is added to the queue, and I will try to give you an estimated time, date of completion. This date is an estimate and is subject to change based on the degree of difficulty and the unpredictability of life. Some plushies, like a basic plushie, can take me 4 hours. Other plushies can take me up to 20. I usually set a goal for myself for a plushie a week. And that includes all the work I do on the plushie, all the other projects I got going on, and life in general. If your plushie is extremely difficult and it takes me 2 weeks, everyone may get bumped. So it is an estimate, but I hope I'll be able to stick to a fairly accurate estimate. So then when your commission comes up in the queue, then my work begins. I research the character, I draw up plans, I create the body, I airbrush or paint the flesh tone, and then I complete the outfit, the hair, the eyes, I do any accessories that the character may have, I do a photo shoot, and then I ship the plushie to you. Traditionally, I wait for your confirmation of its arrival before I post it online, so no spoilers. If you don't get back to me, I'm sad, but I'll post the picture soon after. How I work on one plushie at a time. I used to do several at once, I used to rotate a bunch, but I found that this is what works best. One plushie at a time in the order that the commission was received. I am flexible. If you have a plushie deadline, like, oh my gosh, I need to get this plushie by my grandmother's 85th birthday, and that's in a week, we'll work it out. We'll see. If it's not too hard, if I know that I can get it done quickly, I will make an exception for you. But for the most part, I work on one plushie at a time in the order that it was received. As I stated before, I work on other projects for my company and alternate between commissions and projects throughout the day. So I might be working on the website and then your plushie, or I'll be working on inventory or dumplings or small projects as well as your plushie. I keep in touch with you via social media. That's Facebook, Instagram, DeviantArt, Tumblr. Yeah, all the social media. And also once a month, or as often as I can, I do the monthly plushie update video. Sometimes if it's a slow month, I'll skip it. And I post near daily updates on social media about my progress. Like, this is what I worked on today. So every day that I work on plushies, you'll hear about it. I want to say that this is my full-time job. Yay! This is my full-time job. This is my passion. This is my bread and butter. This is how I make my money. And I will work my tail off to make it the best plushie I possibly can. It's a work of heart. Some more things about plushies. Characters must be mostly humanoid. This means I can do mermaids. This means I can do humans without arms, or one arm, or one leg, or short dwarves, or I did a mermaid with an altered body. What it doesn't mean, what I mean by humanoid is I cannot do stuffed animals at this time, like ponies or furries. If the furry has a snout, I can't do that, but if it's mostly humanoid, I can usually manage. I'm still learning, so maybe someday in the future I'll be able to offer commissions for animals, stuffed animals, but at this point, my skills lie in humanoid plushies. The plushie face, I usually just do 2 eyes, like this. I will do glasses if they have them. I'll do facial features, but I normally don't do a mouth, and I don't do, like, anime eyes. I can. Exceptions have been made. You have to tell me. And it will cost a bit more because I have to draw it very carefully, and you really only get one shot when you're doing a face. I already talked about reference pictures. In the commission information, there's some suggestions, like, I look at every single detail. So if you look at, I'll take Vash again, I will look at boots, I'll look at hair color, I'll look at gloves, rings, sleeve length, jewelry, scars, whiskers, beards, the colors. Be very specific about your colors. Like, this could be a light blue, or it could be a teal. And sometimes it's hard to tell, and I will clarify with you. Felt doesn't come in all the colors of the rainbow. It comes in the primary colors of the rainbow, so sometimes I have to fudge the colors a bit. But it helps me to know what the colors are if it's hard to tell. Pricing. I used to have a pricing system where it'd be like, basic, intermediate, advanced, these are the prices. It doesn't work anymore. These plushies, a basic plushie with 2 accessories can be as expensive as an advanced plushie, so it just doesn't work anymore. So pricing varies by each plushie. They range from like 50 to 150. A whole range of plushie options. I'll work with you to figure out what you want your plushie and how much you want it to cost. And I give exceptions here and there, like if I say, okay, he's wearing denim jeans and a felt t-shirt, I'm not going to charge $20 for that felt t-shirt. I'll drop the price down. So I make exceptions here and there, but the pricing is case by case. So if you have any questions, let me know. Payment and shipping. Commissions are, like I said, commissions are accepted once payment has been received. I cannot save you a spot in the queue. I wish I could. I must know that you're invested in it, and by investing in it, I will make a plushie for you. Accepted forms of payment, it's all through Etsy. If it's in person, then I've got a debit card, credit card reader. I'll accept cash. This doesn't come up hardly ever, but I will take a money order or PayPal. I've stopped taking personal checks because of similar issues. Okay, so wait time. Depending on the degree, I talked about this a bit, depending on the degree of difficulty, I can usually finish a plushie in a week, give or take. Your placement in the queue also factors into the wait time. So if you're like 10th in the queue and it's January 1st, I can't do math, but it's probably going to be like a month and a half. So keep that in mind. Also, it's a rough estimate. It's subject to change. However, I am determined that it'll be better than it was before. What are some things you can do to pass the time while you're waiting for your plushie? Watch the monthly plushie update videos. What's Her Face Wednesday videos are fun. Keep in touch. I often reach out with questions about your plushie. Hair color, like all the stuff I talked about before. And just as I promptly answer your questions, I would love a prompt reply in return so that I can get back to work. It holds up the whole process if I have a critical question and you're not checking your email or you're not texting or you're not reachable. I'm stuck at that point because I don't want to continue and have it be wrong. I'm dedicated to this plushie, and I would hope you would be too. Let's see. Also, if your shipping address has changed, I know when you move, I'm probably not top on your list of people to contact, but let me know if your shipping address has changed, or if you know it's going to change, tell me. Say, hey, can you please contact me before you ship it? Has any of your information changed? You can send me reference pictures ahead of time if you find more. And you can ask me questions, or you can chat. I'm on social media all the time, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. You follow me on social media. I often post fun pictures on Instagram and Facebook that don't always come up on DeviantArt. And I update it almost every day. Every day that I work on plushies, you'll get an update about it, and sometimes a picture. I've got a bunch of customer reviews that you can read, or if you've received a plushie from me already, feel free to write a review. I'd love to hear from you. So, that's about it for how to commission a plushie and any pricing. If you have any questions, please let me know, and I'll be happy to answer them. Thank you so much.